Hello everyone, thank you for checking out this video. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chris. If you're into koi ponds and water gardens and all that kind of stuff, you've come to the right place. I have well over 100 videos here on my channel dealing with just about everything you can think of when it comes to ponds, you know, from the fish to the plants to the filtration to building them, maintenance on them, just understanding what's happening in your pond, all kinds of stuff. So please take some time, take a look around at all the videos. I have them broken down into different playlists to help you, navigate your way around. And, absolutely, I appreciate the support. So, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, spread the word, I would really appreciate it. So, today's video, we are doing another video on my little series of plant videos, aquatic plant videos. So we're doing one today on rushes, okay? There's a bunch of different types of rush, okay? And rush are basically plants that are kind of like grasses as they grow in these clumps and these tall, like grasses, but they don't have a flat grass-like leaf, okay? It's basically a round cylinder, narrow round cylinder that can be anywhere from a foot and a half high to 5 or 6 feet tall. All right, there's a whole bunch of different varieties of rush, and we're basically just briefly going to touch on a couple of them here to give you some ideas. So they're a pretty interesting plant. I like them in a pond area simply because they are a different texture. Most plants are leafy, these are just spikes, like blades coming up. Very kind of cool, just a different look. The bulrush is a really common rush that is tall, okay? It gets 5 to 6 feet tall. It gets these little kind of flower seed petal things on the top. Kind of looks something like a grass, not an ornamental flower, so to speak, but it's an interesting little like seed thing on top of the spikes. So it definitely adds a little bit of interest. Now the bulrush are kind of cool because they have like a blue-green kind of color. So not only are they a contrast in texture and look in your pond, but they have a little different color, right? It's not green, it's more of that blue slate, blue-green kind of color. They're also available in a variety called Alba, which is a white. And then there's a zebra striped one as well, which they're really cool, right? It definitely adds some character to your pond. Now the rush plants in general are just like, to me, they're just a pond plant, right? They just look like something that should be in a pond. You're not going to go out to the garden center and buy, this little spiky thing and, plant it out in the middle of your lawn, right? It's not like a landscape plant. You see these and it's definitely like, yeah, this would look cool in my pond. All right. Next to some rocks, some boulders, have this tall spiky thing coming out. Looks really cool, like definitely meant for a pond. There's a variety years ago, I don't remember the name of it, but it only grew maybe a foot and a half tall, and it was a green and yellow striped variegation in it, but the striping wasn't this way. It was, vertically in the stems, which was pretty cool. There's a corkscrew rush, which is one that just grows all twisty and curly and all crazy, funky, shapes. Really, really an interesting plant. Not very ornamental as far as, if you have one of these in your pond all the way over there, that it's going to like striking, stand out like, wow, look at that. Not really. It's kind of something that you might have close by, like, like where you sit, maybe you have a bench by your pond, right? And, you sit there and feed your fish. You might have one or two of these stuck you know, in the rock works close by, because they don't grow very big. You know, they stay smaller, but it's just something kind of twisty and curly and different, you know, in those rocks where you can see it. Kind of cool. Yeah, so, you know, there's all different types. Now, some of these tall varieties, like the bulrush, as they get, you know, really tall, they start to kind of drape over, okay? So they're not like pyramidal, like straight up. They do kind of have a graceful kind of curving nature to them up top. So definitely need some space. They need some room. You know, these big bulrushes need a space that they can grow. They don't spread so much as, you know, like cattails, where they send roots and runners out and they pop up everywhere. They basically do grow in clumps, but the clumps get bigger and bigger and bigger. So pretty easy to grow. It likes sun. Okay, some of the more variegated varieties, you know, like the Alba and some of these like tiger striped ones, will probably do a little bit better in partial shade, part sun kind of thing, only because a lot of these variegated plants tend to burn a little bit in the hot sun. So for the most part, I would say if you have a variegated variety of rush, I would try to keep it in a partially shaded or, you know, part sun area. All the other rushes, you're fine out in full sun. They will do just fine. Okay, the larger varieties, again, if you're going to put them in a pot, make sure that pot is nice and big so that it is stable. Okay, in a small pot, in a plant that's 4 or 5 feet tall, and the wind blows, it's going to go right over. So let's make sure we have a nice big pot. Give that plant some room to grow and fill in, and give it it'll have a nice sturdy base so that it won't just, you know, blow over. The fish can't knock it over, anything like that. Okay, with large gravel on the top, and you want to keep it just a couple inches below the surface so the water was just fine. If you are planting it naturally, you know, in a bog area in the pond, they do great. But like I said, the larger varieties can grow pretty big, so keep it toward the back. All right, and you can put smaller stuff in front of it. It is a perennial. It will come back year after year, and they get bigger and bigger each year. Okay, so definitely keep that in mind. And that's basically it. I mean, it's a pretty simple plant. It's easy to grow. It's pretty common. All right, and it, you know, definitely has its place in a pond garden, water garden. Different look, different texture, not so green and leafy, right? Pretty cool looking plant. Something that's just going to add something a little bit different to your overall pond environment. So also, I've noticed too, kind of cool little fact, the larger bulrushes, right? As those plants, like I said, they grow up and they kind of, you know, peel off a little bit. They make great perches for dragonflies. I see dragonflies landing on these things a lot and sitting there, and it's pretty cool. Definitely, you know, a great little perch for the dragonflies as well. So just something extra. All right, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Check out all my videos. Go to the playlist here. I have a whole playlist on aquatic plants. There's a bunch of videos on all different stuff, so hopefully, you know, if you're interested in buying some plants for your pond, you can find some information on my videos all about different plants and figure out what would be best for you. All right, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. I appreciate the support, and we'll see you back again soon. Take care. Bye.